Hi, everyone. Welcome to my Saturday virtual class. I just want to welcome you here. You're not going to see my face because, oh, you will see inky hands because technology is not for the faint of heart. And I could not go live to save my life with my computer today. So you only get my hands and you don't see my face, but that is okay. So we are here. We are excited. I hope you're excited to see some products, some brand new products and some adorable projects featuring those brand new online exclusives. So let me tell you real quick, there is an ordering special for today's video. And so for today's video, and all the information is in the video description. So you will be able to receive a kit with all the paper supplies for these adorable projects that I'm going to show today with any minimum $35 order. If your order is $50 or above, you're also going to get a brand new pack of the classic matte dots, which I'm going to use today. And then for orders over $100, you're going to get all of that plus you're going to get a full bolt of linen thread, which you can use on these adorable projects. Thanks, Carol. I have missed going live too, but like I said, technology is not for the faint of heart. So I thank you guys for being patient this morning. Goodness. But we're going to have some fun today. So even though you can't see my face and I would normally be talking this part while looking at you, I wanted to share that we have an awesome new product offering that is called Online Exclusives. And so like 3 times a year, Stampin' Up! Is going to offer some online exclusives, and you're not going to find these in the catalogs, any of our print production. So you've just got to go to my online store to see what they are. So I've linked my online store below, and if you go to the link there, and there is a what's new, and you can see all the new products. So we're going to use some of them today, and I'm so excited to share them with you. Hello, everyone. It's so nice to see everyone. We're going to start out with a really cute and simple card using this stamp set called Growth Takes Time. This is a nice line art stamp set. Excuse the reflection of my light. A line art stamp set with these cute trees and these cute sentiments that I think are so important nowadays. We need to be gentle with ourselves, right? And we need to recognize that growth takes time. I know in my business, that's one of the things I train my team on is that, it takes time, but it also takes consistency to grow a business. So we're going to make a card using this. So let me show you really quickly the card. It's just a really simple card. And you might notice this cool border here. I kind of sneak peeked it, but I didn't say anything. This is one of our new sets of dies that's one of the online exclusives, and these are called the Radiating Stitched Dies. So these are so fun. So there's this cool 3 stitched border rectangles, and we're going to use this largest one here. The circle and these cute hearts. I will show you. Oh no, I don't have the cute heart here. I had made something with this little heart, but I don't have it here to show you. It's at the studio. So anyway, this is the card we're going to start out with. It has this cute little tree and the watering pail. And then on the inside, it says growth takes time. And so you might notice that there's just a tiny bit of coloring on here. Good morning, Melissa. So let's go ahead and get started stamping. Get my pieces out here. Okay, so for this card, we're starting out with a balmy blue card base. And I have a balmy blue layer cut with that radiating stitch die. Isn't that really cool? So one of my team members the other day took this at our team meeting, at our Craftastics team meeting, and she cut this out and then trimmed the edges, and it made a really cool kind of like a grass skirt look, or like it was all frilly on the ends. It was really fun. So you could totally do something like that. I've got a piece of basic white for the inside of the card. I have an oval, which is cut from, oh, what is that called? I know Melissa, you're on here. What is this from? This was from our early release bundle, and I can't remember the name of it to save my life right now. And I've got some paper for some scraps for us to start stamping. So let's do a little card prep. So we're going to go ahead and get our card assembled here. Get my bone folder handy. Framed florets. Yes, thank you, Melissa. You are totally like my team member who knows all the names of all the things. I appreciate you. So we're going to go ahead and add this to the card layer, just right in the center. It just makes a really nice border. I just thought it was really cool. I have this oval that we are going to stamp our tree with. Right over here. And then we're also going to stamp this water pail, but it's actually gonna go off, and that's okay, and you'll see why in a minute. Okay, so there's that. Wipe the table real quick. And then I'm gonna go ahead and stamp also what's on the inside of our card, just so we can get all this early. I'm using early espresso ink. Yes, the piñata fringe is actually what I was thinking about when I said that, Melissa. It would be so fun. Or a grass skirt, like you could do it in crumb cake, and it would be a fun grass skirt. So growth takes time is going to be on the inside. And then some little leaves. Now we need to do some coloring here. Oh, we have one more stamped image. We need to stamp this again, the little watering pail. I don't know if you guys saw any of the posts from my weekend retreat that was a couple weekends ago, but we had the cutest watering pails as our trash bins at the in-person retreat. They were so adorable. Just having those on your table, and they made perfect trash bins. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to color with one of the easiest, funnest tools. There are so many reasons why you need to have Wink Estella in your stash, and one reason is to color. So we are going to take a garden green ink pad, and I already did this. So what I did is I just squeezed the ink pad between my palms, okay, and got a little ink here to use. Now, if you don't want to do that, you can also take a block and just tap it on there and see you get ink there as well. So this is what I do when I'm at a class and I want to teach people this technique, is I just have a block and I tap it, and then you can use the block. But for me, because I'm at home, I'm going to use this, and you'll probably be crafting while you're at home. So you want to do the same thing. And it just makes it easy, and it's contained, and you don't need another thing. So what I'm going to do is pick up just a little bit of this ink on the tip of the Wink Estella. And if you can see here, you're going to see some of the shimmery Wink Estella down in here. Now, eventually what I'll do is I'll just wipe this lid out, and then it won't be there. But for now, it's there. Carol, we did have an awesome time at the retreat. It is a highlight of my year, my retreats for sure. And we had some new friends and some returning friends. It was awesome. Okay. So now I have colored just a little bit on the leaves there. And I'm going to do a little bit of coloring on the leaves on the inside of the card. These are a little bigger. You might want to pick up a little more ink on the bigger leaves. You have more space to color. It doesn't have to be completely colored. And I want to give just a little bit of grass color down here. And I'm just kind of dabbing to make a little bit of grass down there. Okay, so that is all, I think, of our green coloring that we're gonna do. We have a little bit, oh, I just noticed I stamped, when I did this card, I stamped that in blue. And I just did it in the wrong color. Well, you can see here it's in balmy blue, but it's too late now. And that is okay, because not every card has to look the same, right? Now, I felt like this watering pail needed a little pink heart, so I'm going to kind of get all that green off there and pick up, this is Melon Mambo that I'm using to color in the little heart. And then this is just how I clean off any of that Wink of Stella. I just wipe it on a piece of paper until it's no longer colored. You can also keep one of these that's just used for coloring if you want, but I really enjoy coloring with that. I'm going to show you another card. I'm not going to make it here today, but I have another card that I'm going to show you here in a little bit that uses that coloring technique, and it was one of our samples from our team meeting last weekend. Using the Irresistible Blooms, which is another online exclusive that we are going to craft with today, but I've got a few extra cards to share with you. Just trimming out this little water pail. Hi, Miss Sarah. Thanks for joining us today. Miss Sarah was at the retreat a couple weekends ago with her water pail on her stamp table for the entire weekend. I was telling everyone about your trash bins, Miss Sarah, that we had at the retreat. Okay, so we'll get this trimmed out and then we'll be ready to assemble this card. Okay. So I have my base. We're going to adhere this oval just down flat. And then we're going to pop this up on a dimensional. Like so. There you go. Now you can see why it didn't matter that I stamped off the side of the oval there. We need now a cute little bow because everyone knows that I love bows. Oh, I'm so happy, Sarah, to hear that it's working to water your plants at home too. They were perfect trash bins at the retreat, I have to say, because they had a handle. You could easily take them over to the big trash can and dump them when you had it full of all your bits and pieces. Probably need to trim a little more off this. And then we're going to add this with a glue dot. Right there. So it's definitely a sweet and simple card. This stamp set would really lend itself well to watercoloring or coloring with blends. I just wanted to do a really simple card because we have a couple other things that aren't quite as simple today. And so that is our sweet and simple Growth Takes Time card featuring the radiating stitch dies, which are both part of the online exclusive. All right, let me clean up here just a second and wipe my stamps to get them out of the way, and we're going to move on to a new project. So for those of you who weren't here right at the beginning or it didn't populate in your feed, sometimes it takes a little while for Facebook to show you what's going on over here. There is an ordering special for the online class, and the ordering special goes through the 13th. So today is the 11th, so it goes through Monday the 13th. And the special is that with any $35 order placed online using the host code, which is in the information in the video description, you will receive a kit with all the paper to make these adorable projects, to make one of each of these adorable projects. You will need your own stamps and inks, but even if you don't have these, then you can use other stamps that you have to make these cute projects. But if you don't have one of these and you love it, then you just go to my online store and place that order. $35 or more, you'll get the full kit. If your order is $50 or more, you'll also get a pack of the classic matte dots, which we're going to use these today. And then if your order is over $100, you're also going to get a bolt of the linen thread. Now, if your order is over $150, you don't have to use the host code because you're going to get your own Stampin' Rewards, but you will also get all of the perks that I've described here. So do not worry, you will get all the fun things. I just want you to get even more with your host code without using the host code, so you get your Stampin' Rewards. Okay, I had mentioned coloring with the Wink of Stella, so we're going to move on to another bundle, and I'm going to show you something that we did at our team meeting with some Wink of Stella coloring. So this is another one of our online exclusives, the Irresistible Blooms bundle. So it's this gorgeous stamp set. That light is so reflective on here. It's this gorgeous stamp set, and I love the sentiments on here. I love the curly font, the mixed fonts. It's just super fun. And then this is a really cool die set. So this piece we're going to use today, and some other smaller pieces. But what's cool about this is you'll see that you can use it in two ways. We're going to use it one way, but there's a second way you can use it. This is a really cool texture die, and then you've got some leaves and floral pieces. So I'll share with you some cards. Every month at my team meeting, we make projects with brand new product. And so the idea of these projects are to inspire my team members to create some fun cards that I can share with my customers, and for me to even get familiar with the new products. So they're always relevant. This is one of the first cards we made and was definitely one of the team favorites. These flowers are cut out of the gorgeous designer series paper that's also part of this suite. I have a stack of some of it here, so you can see just some of these gorgeous prints. You'll see this one here. It looks like you have watercolored, but you have not, which is gorgeous. So there are just some really pretty papers in this product suite. There's those flowers that were cut out. Just lovely greenery. I love some of the B sides, the back sides. Those are so pretty. We're going to use this one today. I need to make sure I have, no, I already have that cut out. I love these watercolory splatter pieces, just really pretty, soft colors and florals. So that's that one that I said it looks like it is watercolored, but it's not. It looks like a watercolor resist. And then this is one that we actually colored with Wink of Stella. So if you can see this flower, it's sparkly with Wink of Stella. So let me show you the card that we're going to make today. This was another card we made with my team with that fun die. So what's cool about this die is that you can cut it this way and you use the negative, but you can also trim it out and use the whole die as kind of like a wreath. You can snip these little pieces where it's connected and you've got this really cool wreath. Yes, that paper is stunningly beautiful. I agree. So this is, we are having a color refresh coming up, and I don't know if you've heard about it, but we have some colors coming back, and this is one of my favorite colors that's coming back, Pretty Peacock. And when we have our new catalog here in a couple months, you're going to see lots of new colors. And what that means is if you love our 2021, 2023 ink colors, you are going to want to get your ink pads and refills now before they're sold out. So we are going to make this card, but with a little bit different color. So we're going to use that soft pastel watercolored piece instead of the bold Pretty Peacock to make a little different but similar card. So let's go ahead and get started on that. We have a little bit of stamping, and we are going to do one little die cut. So let's get our stamping out of the way. We need to stamp our sentiment, and we need to have some leaves to stamp. So I'm going to start with my sentiment here. It says, "Hooray, it's your day." Oops, I'm barely in screen, huh? Get a little high. So there's my sentiment. And we're going to also stamp some leaves right here. So I'm not sure if I want these leaves full strength or not. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stamp it full strength here. Oops. I'm going to turn my paper over, stamp it again. And I think I want the lighter one. This is using our mint macaron. Yep, I definitely want the lighter color for this. And I'm going to go ahead and take my little mini cut and emboss out because we are going to trim these leaves out. So I have the die set aside over here on my little handy dandy magnet. Now, if I can get it off, my fingernails don't let me do that very well. Come off. Okay. And I'm going to cut these out. And one of the other things that I keep around, I don't know if you guys do use this or not, but if you have any washi tape sitting around. So we have washi tape every now and then. We used to have more of it. We have less of it now. But I keep it around because I like to use it to make sure that my dies cut straight. So I place my die over my stamped image, and then I'll put a piece of washi tape down, and that helps it from sliding around. Okay, so we're just going to take and cut this out. So I have my leaves, and I just pull it off slightly. I'll reuse this piece of washi tape over and over again. So oftentimes what I do is I just stick it over on my video stand, and I can see it there, and I'll use it the next time I'm cutting something. Okay. So I also have a couple of the leaves from the dies cut out, and this piece. So we're going to go ahead and start assembling this card. The first thing I'm going to do is place this beautiful Designer Series paper down. I love this piece, but I'm covering it up. It always makes me sad when I turn over the paper and I'm covering up something that I love. Luckily, I have more pieces that I can do fun things with. So that's down, and we're going to pop this piece up with some dimensionals. Now, it's not going to matter that it's not really supported in the middle because we're going to put some focal point pieces in there. But I am going to use some edges and just give it as much support as I can where it needs it. I will never forget at one of my first classes that I ever did back, I don't know, about 8 or 9 years ago, that I found in the trash bin after the class, this whole thing, like the dimensionals were gone, but all the edges were there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, do they even know that they just threw away gold? So I always teach my customers not to throw that away, especially if they're new stampers, because they don't always know that that's not trash. Okay. I love these kind of delicate details, and I will tell you that this die cuts out really easy. So I know sometimes those kind of dies can create a little panic for some of you crafters, but it really cuts out nice and easy. Okay, so there is that part of the card, and it is just soft and subtle and perfect for Easter. We have our leaves and our sentiment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim the end of my sentiment like so. And this is going to go on dimensionals here. Or, as I would like to use here, all of my trash. We're going to use dimensional trash to pop that up. Right about there. These leaves are going to go right here on the edge. I'm just going to add some adhesive to the back and place that right there. And then we're going to drop our additional leaves in here using some mini glue dots. Pick one of those up. And I'm just dropping this. So we're just getting a lot of good like layering, textury layering with these leaves. And I'm going to add a twine bow here. And it's going to be a double bow. So when I tie a double bow, this came up at my team meeting the other day, like, Jennifer, when you tie a double bow, do you cut 2 pieces or do you just double your ribbon? Okay. So what I do when I'm crafting at home is I just double the ribbon. And then I pull down to where, like, I pretend this was cut and that's the end, and I have the loop over here. And I just loop it and I tie it just like I would any other bow, which is how I tie my tennis shoes. At least I think it is. And then I'll take and trim off the ends like that. And that's how I get my double bows. You can also do it with 2 pieces of ribbon, but I just find that I waste less ribbon by just using what I need and cutting it off the bolt that way instead of cutting the length and using it separately. So we're going to attach this with a mini glue dot. Like so. And we need some embellishments on here. So I actually feel like these off-white ones would go really lovely with just this soft pastel. So you're going to take your pick tool, and I'm going to add some of these. Just kind of adds to that watercolory dot effect. Do one up here. Okay. So there you have that card. So you can see the difference of like the stunning contrast with the darker DSP and then the soft and subtle nature of this. Do you like the dark contrast or the soft and subtle? Tell me what you think. I like them both. I think they both have their places in our crafting world. Gonna clean my ink pads real quick, and we're gonna move on. Ooh, I think we're gonna do a really cute 3D next. I have 2 more projects. So Carol likes them both, but she likes the dark better. Okay, I can understand that. Okay, I'm gonna put this aside now. Melissa is Team Dark. All right. Okay, I'm really excited about this next project. So this is not a card, but it is the most adorable little box. I love treats and pillow gifts and what you might call surprise and delight or Circes. There's lots of names for these. And this, you might remember I shared on Tuesday a really cute Tuesday technique, which was shared by Stampin' Up. And I decided it was in centimeters, and I wanted to go ahead and convert this box to our measurements so that you could make this on your own. And this is using one of the new bundles that is part of the online exclusives. That's a trend here. We're talking all about online exclusives, and this is the tropical leaf. So this is a Monstera leaf, and this is so pretty, and I'm just a font junkie. I love these fonts. So this is the cutest little box, and I'm going to show you how to make it by altering one of our other dies, okay? So for this, you're going to want your tropical leaf bundle. And I'm going to pull out a few things out of my box over here that we're going to use. Yes, I love the fonts too, Melissa. So this box actually comes from a modified mini pocket envelope, okay? And when you get your kit for ordering from this class, you will get the 2 pieces needed already cut, so you don't have to have this die set, although I love this die set. This little mini envelope is perfect for gift cards. It's perfect for tipping at restaurants. Like, this is a great way to leave your tip at a restaurant, and also you could stick your business card in it and it advertises your business if you have one of those. So we're going to use that. We're also going to use a couple of my favorites. We're going to use the 2-inch circle punch, which came back. This is my old one. So we just launched these again, 2 inches and 1 3/4, and they both were so popular they're already sold out, but you might still have one on your in your craft room anyway. So we're going to use the 2-inch circle punch. I'm also going to use this new banner punch that's in our mini catalog, and this is just a fun little scallop or a ticket tag ticket end, and so we're going to use the scallop one to kind of mimic this scalloped edge that's on this cute box. Now, if you don't have these, don't worry. When you get these pieces in your kit, your ordering kit, you will have them already punched for you. Okay. Now, the only thing I can't punch and send for you is this leaf. You're going to have to stamp and punch it yourself, but you will get the piece of paper And you will get this little vellum leaf and this circle all done for you. I used one of our medium clear envelopes for a little treat bag. So these are perfect, not just for cards. I'm going to show you how we're going to use that in a little bit. But let's go ahead and get started on how we're going to modify this piece for our adorable box. Okay, so I have one of them done here. So this is how it cuts out from the die. You've got this larger tall panel and a shorter panel and 2 tabs here, which are going to end up being cut off. So this is what we're going to end up with, so that you can see what we're going to cut off and score. We're going to do some scoring and cutting on here. Okay. And then we're going to put the 2 of them together. So I'm going to grab my trimmer. We're going to make the box first, and then we'll do some stamping and put together our really adorable box and treats. Okay. So I'm going to set that to the side. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to score along the bottom. Let's see, I think I need to do it this way. This is my way. Well, I'm going to score along the bottom at 1 1/4. So I'm going to take this edge and put it at the 1 1/4 mark, and I'm going to score. And this is creating the new base, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate 90 degrees to the left, and I'm going to measure to 1.5 inches and put the tall panel right along that in this score line, okay? And I'm going to cut the end of that off. So I've cut that, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this over to the 3/8 inch. So I know that you don't always love 1/8 or 1/16, but they come in handy on some things. So 3/8 is basically in between a quarter. So we're going to go to a quarter, and then we're going to go to the midway point in between that 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and we are going to score at 3/8 inch, and that is creating our new tab. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this around. Let's see, I think I want to do this way. I'm going to cut 1/8 inch off here. So I'm on the line, and I'm going to use this as a guide, but I'm going to go up just 1/8 inch, and I'm going to cut that bottom off. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because when I converted from centimeters to inches, it was slightly different, and my box just wouldn't close all the way when I first made it, so I needed to do that to make it fit. So now I'm going to take and make my trim lines. I'm going to take and cut straight up on the original score line there, because we're creating a tab there. I'm going to do the same thing here. And I'm going to turn around and tab this end. Okay, so that's all you have to do, is create a tab here and recreate that tabbed corner. So you have 2 pieces like that. This is such a fun little box. Now I am putting it together with tear and tape, which is what I would recommend, but you can also do it with liquid glue. It'll just take a little while to dry and you'll get glue all over. So that is why I am using this tear and tape. So I am putting it on what is the outside right now. It's going to be on the inside, but we are going ahead and putting this on here while we're laying it flat. That just makes it easier. Okay, so this is what's going to connect our 2 pieces here and here to make our box, okay? All right, so let's grab my bone folder and just go over that nicely just to make sure it's all secure. And now I'm going to take, actually before I do that, we want to go ahead and fold all of our score lines. So I'm just folding all of those before we put this together. Hi, Linda. All right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take off the tear and tape backing. Would you say that these fingernails pretty much match with Petal Pink? It's time to get my nails redone, but they were done to match the retreat paper, which was fun to have them match our retreat paper. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay them like this, and I'm going to line up this score line and the edge here to make the first connection on our box, just like that, okay? So now we have connected them. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold over the side tap panel, and I'm going to fold this one over, and it will just line up perfectly, like so. So now I've created the basic structure of this adorable scalloped box. Okay, these two tabs are going to go in, and these tabs are going to close like that. I want to go ahead and put adhesive on here. So this is what I'm going to do. One of them, I'm going to put adhesive right in the center, and the other one, I'm going to put it on the end. I'm going to use my tear and tape again. One's going to go right here in the center. This one's, Linda, you're so sweet. Since you weren't here at the beginning of my video, you wouldn't have got to see my face anyway because I couldn't go live with my computer. So you've only got my face today, my hands today. All right, so I'm taking the liner off of the tear and tape, making sure all my little pieces are tucked in. And it's going to just stick down like that, and I'm going to turn it over, use my bone folder, and just secure that in place like so. Linda, I went late a few minutes, maybe about 15 minutes, because I literally could not go live from my computer, and I was trying to figure it out. And finally, I just said, you know what? It's hands only. We're just going traditional old school live with the iPhone. So that's what we did today to get through it. So that is that adorable little box. How cute is that that came from the mini envelope? I love little boxes. Seriously, love them. And it makes the most adorable little treat pouch or treat box. Okay, let's get to the rest of it. You are going to need, oh, check this out. Do you see this really cool texture on here? This is the crosshatch embossing folder, 3D embossing folder that is part of the Embossing Basics trio. These all three come together. So there's the crosshatch, there's this kind of flower star, and then these really fun dots, polka dots. But they're really cool texture. They're really rounded. We've had some polka dots in the past that are kind of like hard edges around the circle. And so this is really cool and rounded. But we're using the crosshatch today. These are awesome embossing folders, aren't they, Linda? So I already embossed this piece, okay? And I'm taking my 2-inch circle punch, and we're gonna go ahead and punch that out. Ooh. Huh. That was right on the edge. It didn't like that, but that's okay. We're going to cover part of it, so it's not going to matter. All right, and these are those circle punches that I said we just got back in stock, 2" and 1 3/4, and they sold out so fast. So as soon as they're in, you're going to want to grab them. I'm going to punch out 1 vellum Monstera leaf. So pretty. And then I'm also going to stamp one of the leaves in our sentiment. So let's do that. We are going to need some shaded spruce ink and a dauber. Let's get rid of this trimmer. We don't need this anymore. Okay, so I really wanted a soft and subtle leaf here. Not anything that was too drastic and bold. So I'm going to stamp this. This is a photopolymer stamp, so I'm bringing out my piercing mat so I have foam underneath it, so I get a nice good impression. So I'm going to take and first stamp the veins of the leaf, and then I'm going to stamp off, where'd my grid paper go? Here's my grid paper for stamping off. I'm going to stamp off the main leaf once. Oh, actually, I think I did it twice. Twice. Okay, now we're gonna go. That's what I did. Sometimes you forget. But I wanted it really nice. The green paper, Sarah, is the, holy moly, soft seafoam. This is soft seafoam. And the box is petal pink, and the two just are so sweet together. So that is my leaf, okay? And I'm going to punch it out using the new tropical leaf punch that comes with the bundle. How cute is that? Now let's stamp our sentiment. I actually think I might go ahead and punch my ends first before I stamp. So I'm just going to slide. This is 3/4 of an inch approximately. I probably need something a little longer. Let's do it a little longer. Let's grab a piece of paper here. There's my little trimmer. We're going to make this longer so it's not so hard to do on camera. I have this here. We'll do 3/4 of an inch. Let's go ahead and punch one end. Look how cute that little scallop is. It's just so cute. We'll go ahead and stamp our sentiment, which is the XOXO. And then I'm going to show you a little hack here on how to make that easier. You just need a Post-it note. See, I'm going to do it this way. This is the Post-it note I used with my measurements for my box, and we're going to slide that in all the way. I think I've got it all the way, almost. There we go. And then I can pull it right back out. Oh, the mini trimmer is super fun. Yes. And this was a short-term little exclusive, and I love it, and I still use it. And I know it's not available to purchase, but I still just love it. This is going to be a tag, so I am going to take, this is just a 1/8 inch circle punch that I have in my stash. Okay, and I'm gonna punch that. And now we are ready to assemble all this cuteness. Oh, real quick. I don't know what we did before Post-it notes, Sarah, but seriously, the person who invented them, like, was a genius. I'm going to take this medium envelope, the clear envelope, and I'm going to trim off, like, right where the line is here where you would drop your card in. So if you don't have these in your craft stash, they're really awesome. So if you sell your cards, number one, they're perfect for keeping your cards protected for selling them if you're selling them at a market or to your customers. They're also great for mailing. So you can actually take and put your card in here. You can slide a piece of paper in here that has your addresses and put a stamp here, and you can actually mail your card so that the beauty of your card is seen through the mail. Now, when you do this, only do it with flat cards that have minimal dimension. So this just has one dimensional on it. Don't do it with a bunch of embellishments because it will tear. You know, they're pretty hardy, but that's where you'll get in trouble with the post office. So keep it to simple cards. So I'm just going to line this up again on my little trimmer. Trim that end off. So we've made a little cello bag here for our snacks that are going to go in our bag. Okay. So we've got that, and that. All right. You know, I just remembered that I was going to show you guys how to color your leaf with this sponge. So let me just show you. This is another way if you don't want to stamp off so much. And this is also a great way to add different colors to your leaf or different, like, not have it solid. So any of your solid kind of stamps that have big rubber areas, you can use these like this to give it color. And then take your piece of paper. Let me bring my foam mat back in here. And stamp it. And you get the lighter effect without having stamped off 2 times. Okay? So, sometimes you have one plan, but your brain goes a different way. But at least you can see that. Yeah, Sarah, it's a great way. I love, you could do multiple colors on here, and that's the way that I have really enjoyed that technique, is by, especially like on some fall leaves and stuff, like mixing colors to get a really cool technique on there, a cool look. Okay, let's put together this cutie. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to adhere our crosshatch circle. Now this is where my punch got a little wonky. You can cut it off. However, part of it's going to be covered. So I'm just going to attach it because my leaf's going to cover that. So not worried about it. I am going to layer these two, and I'm going to use some dimensionals between them to layer them. See, 1. So I'm just going to kind of layer for texture. And then I'm going to add some adhesive onto the back of the vellum. And this is just going to kind of go right there. Okay. Now I've got my little bag, and I'm going to stick, I've got a Merci, little chocolate, I've got a Lindor truffle, a butterscotch, and a 3 Musketeers. Got all kind of candy in there. So I'm gonna kind of drop it. You kind of have to shift it around, get it in the right place for it to fit in the little box. But it works. Actually, I'm gonna take this one out. That one's too much. Okay, so I got my candies in there, and I'm going to just tie around the top with some of the linen thread. Whoops. It's a dainty little box and it wants to fall over. So I am going to tie this in a knot once. So whoever gets this will just have to cut it off. Okay. They can trim it off. All right, so I'm going to pull my XO through the little hole, the twine. And I am now going to tie a bow. Lay it down so you can see what's going on. This can have a little bit bigger of a bow because it is a little gift package. And then you have that adorable little treat holder. How cute is that? Could you imagine like a little baby this would be such a cute baby shower gift or a thank you gift. I mean, for so many things. Like, just give people cute things. That is what it's all about, right? Make people feel special. Give them cute things. And I would feel special if someone gave me this, you know? So, and you can see I kind of layered my leaves differently on each one. You could do it however you want, but super cute treat box. And for those of you that place orders, I'll also have all the measurements for this so that you can make them after you use the sample that comes in your ordering special. So there you go. We have one more project for today's class. Excited to share this one with you. And it is, you guys might have seen this. I shared this card, the pictures of this card, on my Facebook and Instagram. This is the adorable card using the Rhino Ready new bundle, another one of our online exclusives, and it comes with dies. So this card, these rhinos, let me tell you, are so cute, like so incredibly adorable. So I made this adorable card. This was our mystery stamping for our team meeting. And I just thought it would be fun to take some more of this Enjoy the Journey DSP and make like a little bit of a different kind of brighter, different kind of card. So I can't get over how cute these little rhinos are. So we're going to make a different version of this card. So we are going to pull out some really beautiful paper. This is the Enjoy the Journey. So on here we had kind of some nature colors. This one we're using some more Bright and Fun. And I've got some other little die cuts here from the kit. But we're mixing this with Polished Pink, and this is Pumpkin Pie. So that's the two inks that I have out for this card. So this piece is 4 by 9 3/4, and we're going to score this at 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. Now this is from our Vellum Basics, and so the vellum comes with 2 sheets of the polka dot vellum. It comes with 2 sheets of these branches or leaves, and it also comes with 2 sheets that has diagonal stripes. It's super cute. So I'm going to pull my trimmer out. One thing to know, and I wrote it on my little note here, is anytime you score vellum, you want to be very easy, be very gentle, because this vellum can rip very easily. So again, we're going to score at 3 1/4. And I'm just going to go back and forth a couple times, but I'm just giving very little bit of pressure. So you can see the line there, but it's not too hard. And then bring the arm out here, and we're going to score also at 6 1/2. Now, if you have a smaller trimmer, you can just flip it over. I'm sorry. And score at 3. Because you're scoring it, you're making it 3 individual sections. Okay. So now we're going to embellish. We are going to burnish. It's a different word. Those fold lines that we just made. And we're going to fold this into a Z. So there we have a Z. Okay. So that's the kind of the fun makeup of the card. That's what makes this card so fun. Okay. Now let's layer the base of our card. I am going to layer this designer series paper onto a layer of basic white. Even the back of this paper, look how pretty that is, guys. This Enjoy the Journey paper is so colorful and pretty. And then this layer is going to go on the card base. Now this is not an opening card base. This is just one piece, okay? And what I call this is a mother-in-law's card. It just has enough for you to write like, love Jennifer. So maybe you don't want to say a whole lot to your mother-in-law. I particularly love my mother-in-law. I'm super blessed. So if I was giving her this card, I would put another piece on the back here where I could write how special she is and how much I love her. So just a little note there. You can convert this card to one for someone that you love, or also if you're making this for a kid, which these are perfect for kids too, but I don't think that this set is only for kids. But for kids maybe who can't read, they're younger kids, like I might just write on here like, love Aunt Jenny and Uncle David. So it says, hope your birthday is wild. For the kid, they don't need to know anything else. They're like, where's my present? Love Aunt Jenny and Uncle David. So that's another reason why you might not need so much space to write. Okay, this piece is going to go down on here, and it's just going to go kind of in the center. It is going to be slightly wider border on the left and right than it is top and bottom, but I'm going to put some Seal Plus right in the center here. Couple lines. We're going to end up covering it, so you're not going to see that, so you don't have to worry about that. So there's that. So we've made the first part, and I love the polka dots over these chevrons. It's just so fun. All right. We've got a couple pieces. We're going to do some stamping. I also, because I'm kind of just doing this design on the fly, have some of the die cuts from the bundle. Does this look familiar? There's some other Monstera leaves in the die cuts. And this is the cutest little birthday hat. I wanted to keep it white because I wasn't sure, and I might cut this out maybe in the pumpkin pie. I didn't want to introduce another color. So we'll see as I go through here what happens on this card. All right, let's pull out our cute stamp set here. This is the rhino that I feel like I want to use. It's just so cute. So I have a piece of scrap basic white here. Somewhere. going to stamp this adorable little rhino, and I'm sticking with these untraditional colors. My rhino, you know, maybe you've seen there's black rhinos and white rhinos, kind of some are gray. I'm doing a polished pink rhino because I can. Because when I make my own cards, things can be the colors that we want. And if you love this polished pink, this is one of those in colors that is going away. And so you do not want to miss out on it. So you want to order it and order lots of ink refills before they're gone. Holy moly, look how cute that rhino is in pink. It's so cute. Okay. So I don't need the whole piece, but I am going to trim this out with the dies that come with it, come with the bundle. So they have these cool trees. These are, I forget what these are called, but these are those cool trees you see like on the safari. They've got some little birds, regular leaves. You can cut the grass out. So there is this die here and you can cut the grass out. We are going to, cut out our little rhino here. So let's pull our mini cut and emboss back out. And cut out our rhino. Remember that piece of tape I had that I used earlier? Handy dandy, bringing it back out so I can make sure that my rhino is cut out straight. You can use pieces over and over and over again. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Cutest thing ever. I'm going to slowly take this off again. Put it in its holding spot for next time. I think I do want to try a, I don't know. Let's see. We'll see. It's handy. The die cut tools are handy if I want to cut out a different color hat. Okay. So we are going to do some stamping. We are going to stamp on this first rectangle, and this is what's going to be layered on the inside. So I want to stamp this little birthday blower, whatever you call it. What do you call those? It's the little, we had these when we celebrated my uncle last night at his birthday. I'm going to stamp it in orange on here. And I feel the need to like stick a little bird on it. I feel the need. Let's see. Just thought it would be fun. Let's see if I can get his feet in the right spot. Close enough. Let me clean these real quick. This pink will do a number on your stamps. It will stain. Any of your pinks and purples and reds are really good at staining your stamps. Doesn't hurt them, but we'll just clean them off. Okay, so let's go ahead and layer these and put this on the inside. Oops. So this is going to go straight down in the middle. Okay. Now I want to use the same Hope Your Birthday is Wild because it's just so cute. So cute. So I'm going to stamp it to the right on this main piece here. I'm putting it in orange. Alright. And then I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals on here. I lost my dimensionals. And I have another sheet of them, but I'm like, where did the original sheet go? I wasn't done with them. For those of you who want to know, this is how I get into my dimensionals. I fold it in half and I start in the middle. I work my way out. That's how I always do it. Okay. Let's see. So I have it where they're kind of sitting at the bottom and the tail is kind of up here. Let's see. I just thought, I do like white on white and things that wouldn't normally be white to be white. So I'm going to attach these Monstera leaves just behind the little rhino here. Just attaching them with some mini glue dots. Oops, stay there, you go there, okay? And then I'm gonna add some Wink of Stella to this little hat, and I might even do a little bit of coloring like we did before with my colors, just to give it some color, because I still want to keep it kind of white. So this time I am gonna take a little block. Since these are all clean, I'm just going to pick up some of that, and I'm going to turn it around and pick up some of that for my little color palette. Okay. Just going to take and make sure I have something to clean it off on. Get a little bit of this orange. There are, I don't know if you can see, but there are little polka dots on there. So I'm going to fill in those polka dots. Like so. Okay. And then I'm going to pick up a little pink. And just do some kind of outlining here. Just kind of giving it some detail. Oh my goodness, these rhinos. I can't even get over how cute they are. All right, so I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of this. And add it to the layer. So stinking cute. And then this is going to go on the front of our card. Wow. Oh, no wonder, I'm out. Of course. I was like, why isn't it going? It's out. I'm switching to my regular seal here. This is gonna go here. Oh my goodness. How stinking cute is that? Now we're gonna pull out our embellishments. Just add some little white ones here. These embellishments are awesome. Oh, maybe we'll do this. You can actually color them. So let's show you that. I've got my polished pink, dark polished pink blend here. And then I'm just going to color these so I can customize them to whatever color I want. So I want to coordinate it to the project. So that's what's kind of cool about these solid embellishments, is you can customize them. So I kind of let them dry just for a second, and then I might come in and add a little bit more. Okay. Let those dry for a second, and we're going to put those on there. Some rhinos are stinking cute. If you don't like the guys, you have to get this. Put this on your list. Order this. Get your free class kit. Make this card. I love just adding little loaves. Look at how cute that is. Holy moly. So cute. So very cute. Now I have all kinds of things to clean up. Okay, so let me share with you our projects again, so you can see everything. So these are the 4 projects that we made today. So here are 4 projects. So cute. This is the Growth Takes Time card that uses the Growth Takes Time and these fun new dies that are called, I can't remember them, the Radiating Stitched dies. Those are those, just as a reminder. Super fun. This is the Irresistible Blooms card. You've got the adorable Tropical Leaf treat box, open top treat box, which is the modification of our little mini envelope die. And then the most dang adorable rhino card you've ever seen. So when you place your order with One Crafty Sister at the link that's shared here using the host code, that's the most important thing to remember, is you want to use the host code. When you place a 35 minimum order, you're going to get all the supplies to make these cards with your own inks and stamps. So any of the pieces that are stamped and cut out, you'll get cardstock that you can use. And if you don't have these particular stamps and inks, you can modify them with other stamps. If your order is $50 or more, you'll also get a pack of the classic matte dots, brand new, just like this. Those are those fun dots that I just customized for this to make it match our card using my Stampin' Blends. You'll get a whole brand new pack of this, including your kit for your class. And then you'll also get, at $100 or more, you'll also get a pack of linen thread. So you'll get the kit for your class. At $35, you'll add on. At $50, you'll get the classic matte dots, and $100 or more, you'll also get the linen thread. Now, if your order is over $150, you don't want to use that host code because you'll get your own Stampin' rewards, but I'll still send you all of these awesome things. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's virtual class, and I look forward to joining you in the future for more of these fun classes. So make sure, if you're not following me, that you follow One Crafty Sister here and on Instagram. Like and share this video. I'd love for you to share it with all your friends and share my profile. And I look forward to stamping with you again soon. Bye.